One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lake. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York. This is NBA One Take, March 5th, 2021. And it was one game for me on the docket. And the game was the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Bucks do get the win, led by Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton, both getting double-doubles in the win. And Ja Morant had 35, while Dillon Brooks was a good spark for them with 23. It's a game the Bucks needed to win for the break. You know, slowly climbing in that East standings, trying to get to Brooklyn and then Philly. You know, trying to get that number one seed that they had the past several seasons. I was gonna go a little bit on that game, but you know, somebody one taking, come across some news, right? And they had the All-Star draft last night with Katie and LeBron choosing their teams. I'm not gonna go too much into that and who they picked, because when the draft comes on Sunday, then I'll give a preview of the game itself, or a review of the game itself. It was nice and light, you know, and the two Jazz players was the most notable thing, that they was left for last. That was just a little interesting there. Don't know, but we'll leave that alone. But this is not breaking news. We knew it was gonna be something that was gonna eventually happen, which is Blake Griffin buyout from the Detroit Pistons. Now we knew this was gonna happen because Blake Griffin is still a good player. He's not a great player. He can still get double-digit points. He still could get probably over 6 or 8 rebounds a game. And he'll hit some threes for you. It's not the high flyer that we've seen him dunking over Pau Gasol's back and ended Timothy Mozgov's career in New York. We're talking about a guy that's reliable shooter. He could make assists, play a high post, and pop open that three. And if you want him to post a little bit, he probably could get you some post scoring, a little up and under. Could run the floor some, not the dunker. They said he didn't dunk. They said he didn't dunk in almost 2 years, so he can still dunk, but he just haven't dunked in the game. Now the suitors, as always, those teams. You got Bucks, Clippers, my Lakers, Miami Heat, the Nets. Maybe some new teams, like maybe the Phoenix Suns. And even possibly the Golden State Warriors. Philadelphia 76ers. Boston Celtics. It's a lot of teams, especially those contending teams, looking to make a move to get a guy they know that's going to excel and help your team excel, because he'll get minutes in some teams in a reserve role, but he'll be able to help you. They say the Nets is the leading candidate in landing Blake Griffin. We'll see. I want him on my Lakers. I want him. I said this since last season, that I want him on my Lakers. We need him. He gives us a different element to it. Understand, yeah, that's gonna be less minutes for Markieff Morris. Hey, you know what? If he asks me to choose which one, I think offensively they're almost the same. But when I say the playmaking ability, I'd rather have Blake Griffin is a better player than Markieff Morris. And they say, well, you got Trez. Then no, that'll work. That'll work. That'll damn sure work. And they say, well, what about the Clippers? Why he won't go to Clippers? Blake Griffin don't have a desire to go back to the Clippers because his issues with a certain front office person as well as the owner, Steve Ballmer. He has issues with them. Real issues. And he's just going to be, I mean, he did something unprofessional a couple of years back, whatever, like, but he's, so what I was told, he ain't trying to hear nothing with those guys. And that's it. Yeah, because the thing was, Blake Griffin got signed to a multi-max year thing, and they told him that he was going to be the face of the franchise moving forward. Get your jersey retired when we move out of here in the Staples Center. And your jersey is going to be the first one up there, and the Clippers logo. Four months in the season, they traded him to Detroit. And said, nah, we're going to blow it up, start over. That's what they did. And they said Blake Griffin was pissed off about that. He embraced the trade. He just became professional, but that right there hurt. And I think he was buying a new house. Those are the things, man. When you're laying down foundation, understand it's a business. When we laying down foundation to feel like, look, I got the big contract, boom, buy a new house, thing, and you get traded. Huh. So that's Blake Griffin's issue with the Clippers. There's more to it. I mean, I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll talk more about that. But that's just the main thing. It's the owner and front office executive. I don't know who it is, but there's a front office executive that he's really angry about. It's not Lawrence Frank, but it's a front office executive he's upset about. Really upset. But this is NBA One Take's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.